So it has been some time, and today we can finally update this. It has been a while, and it's gonna feel really awkward like Go-Go. Why has it been so long? Guess what? You went into limited after freaking limited. You went back to back with BS. So now you are back here with 4 standard banners running simultaneously or back to back. And now you've kicked into an anniversary where they are finally updating the order recruit. I have saved 110 summons, by the way, and I haven't even grabbed a lot of the summons in this update. So I'm pushing 130 potentially. So I realize that now, but it's been a while. It's been a lot of saving. But yes, we now can officially update this entire list here and go through everything. Again, realize that we're all in different instances because a lot of players are picking up this game now. So I'm going to try to help out some new players also while helping out the OGs. Let's jump into it. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. Helps out a ton. First up, let's talk about it. Missilis, right? Look at this category. If you see over here, my Pepper's a 1-star. This is a 1-star. This is a 3-star. If you are a new player, the big thing you got to chase down is 160. That 160 wall is something you're going to hear a lot if you're looking around and trying to understand what it means to be a new player. Basically, you get capped out at 160. You can't progress from there. Do you want to progress from there? You probably do. How are you going to do that? You're going to need to get dupes. Each character you pull, right, you get the initial copy, you then need 3 dupes on top of that. So you need to pull the character 3 more times, basically 4 times per character. That's what you got to do, correct? Because the 1 copy and the 3 dupes. Once you do that, you got 1 character past the 160 wall. You think you're done? Well, they're going to pull you back in. You need 5 of those characters, correct? Again, in this entire anniversary, if you're starting, Snow White is 1 free character. She's already maxed out. That's 1 character out the way. You only need 4 more. 4 more characters. Who are you going for? That's what's something that you have to keep in mind. So again, whatever I tell you in this video, let's say one of your characters, for example, over here on Missilis is Pepper, and I didn't say Pepper is a good option. Though I did, or though I will, let's say I didn't say that's an option, and you still need to push 160, she should be on here trying to get dupes so that you can push that wall, because it's going to be very, very difficult moving forward to do so. I would recommend if you get dupes for characters, they should be on here until you beat 160. Once you beat 160, do what you want. Have fun with the wish list. That's it. That's it. And to the OGs out there, if you're pushing dupes right now and you don't have some of these characters I list, guess what? Stop pushing dupes and get these characters because, again, for some content, they can be very, very helpful. Realize that now. Okay, that's like the simplest point I can make for you. So we'll start from Tetra. I lied. We'll start from Elysion, work our way down. Why be weird about it? First up, if you were to say who is kind of a must-have, yes, I will start with Helm. Okay, let's like unselect everybody here. And then start with Helm and Mast, okay? And remove Saline. So, these 2 characters are very freaking good. Realize that now. Mast is going to be outstanding for pushing your 2B team. She's basically there as a buffer character. She's also great for the Guillotine team, hence why maybe you want to pick up Guillotine too, but we'll come back to that in a second. Again, what you need to have is definitely the entire aspect of pulling Helm. Helm is very good. Helm is outstanding. She's great. Burst 3 also healer, which is a very rare thing to have. Yes, we now technically have one, which is technically Red Hood, but let's go with it. We also have, again, Mast. Those 2 kind of are on there. If you want, Marciana is a brand new character, correct? She's a Burst 2 healer. Again, if you want to pull her, you can definitely do it. I'm going to because I want to try this out and see how it kind of works. She's not a bad character, correct? A lot of people that were testing her definitely said that she's not going to be the best of the best, right? But she is pretty solid for what she's supposed to do. She's a Burst 2 healer, a very kind of niche category. Yes, she'll work on a lot of teams, and she's a pretty fun character to use. Again, do what you will with that information, but definitely she still, I think, gets placed A tier on most tier lists, and then in boss content, she gets S tier. Yeah, so that is where she looks like on that aspect of it. So again, definitely, if you want to put her on, that is an option. Keep that in mind. Again, Miranda is actually a very good character. Also, that is a character to kind of think about if you would like to put on here. You also have Polly, another good character that I've slowly been liking more and more as I've used the character and been understanding that, yeah, she is pretty solid, and I just sucked for not doing that. Again, there is Privity, but I'm pretty sure you get a free Privity, no? Yeah, you get a free Privity in the day-by-day event. I almost forgot about that, but yeah, that is there. If you want to pull her and you dupe her, she's actually a very good character to dupe. But again, if you're chasing initial copies, Emma's a pretty good character to have also. You do have Soline isn't bad and Guillotine isn't bad. Like if you're running the Mass team, Guillotine you kind of want her. If you're trying to complete that team, it's actually a very solid team. Curie is there. It's just she's not the best character. Plus, she's gonna be good for only really 2B, and at that she's also pretty bad. So really, you don't want to go for that as a character. But again, Marciana is there. So if you were to replace any of these characters here, Marciana does exist. D is okay. She works on a lot of stuff. So if you want to have her, definitely go for it. But again, Guillotine wise, you kind of want it. But definitely, you want to have one copy of these characters here. You kind of want to have one copy of Guillotine. You kind of want to have one copy of D. These are characters that are again versatile. Kind of have one copy of Soline. So again, let's say that this is your list. You get all the copies you're looking for, then you add Soline in there. Let's say you already have all these copies there, and now I say, hey, get Guillotine. Go and swap somebody out for Guillotine. Then go and swap somebody out for D, Marciana, Soline. If you're trying to dupe some characters, realize that Privity is like one of the most used characters. So probably go dupe out Privity. Probably go dupe out Helm. I would say then if you're going for like the mass team, you have Mass and Guillotine. Go and try to dupe them out too. Those are very, very good characters, right? So again, do what you will with that information. This one's going to be a little bit wonky because again, it depends on who you don't have and who you have, right? For me, clearly, it's not going to be any of these characters here. I need Guillotine. I kind of want D. Kind of want, kind of want Soline. Kind of want Marciana. So this is my list, right? But again, if you don't have Mast, kind of want Mast. If you don't have Miranda, kind of want to consider to have Miranda. Polly's very good too. Duping out Privity is very solid. Again, I'm going for Helm, yes, because Helm is very good. Guillotine, D, Soline, and Marciana is my list. But again, everyone's going to be different. Depends on who you own. So yeah, so go with it that way. Those are probably the best picks. Again, Mask being up there, Helm being up there. Let's put those two down. Miranda, very high up there. Emma, that's also there. And then again, you have, what is it? I think Polly, Soline, very solid characters also. Unironically, I think Soline's gotten better and better. People test her more and more, but yeah, there's that. The Missilis category. So this category has got buffed up heavily. Let's remove everything here and just talk about this real quick. First off, Tia and Naga. They are very, very good characters. They are the Bunny Girls. The Bunny Girls are known as the best characters in the game for the reason as the best buffers. They are absolutely insane. They push a lot of content. These characters are very similar. They are very good. They're a little bit less user-friendly, but they are still top-tier characters. So I would recommend if you're looking for them, they kind of have to be placed here. So if you don't have Tia and Naga, you definitely need them. Now, you definitely need Litter. You can't let Litter go. She's a very good character. You can't let Maxwell go. She's a very good character. Now, also there's Senti, then there's Pepper, then there's Drake, correct? So you have a lot of good characters on here. So it comes to the point now also depends on who you don't have. Let's do the list, right? Let's do it simply. Do you have Litter? You don't? You don't? Get Litter right now. That's it. You got to get Litter, right? She's priority. 100% priority. I would say that these two are still priority. Getting them is very good for your account. Again, they're a duo unit. You need both of them. So these three, I will say a priority. Maxwell, it's also kind of priority. Maxwell's a very good character, so there's that too. Now, beyond that, there is Pepper. Pepper's a great character, but I'd rather you get Senti, actually, because Senti's going to be a lot better for you. Technically, Naga can heal. She can. So we'll ignore Pepper for now, but Senti, this is sort of a priority list. Like if I were to swap like Litter over here, in order you could theoretically say is priority. Maybe you could say Maxwell above Bunnies, or rather Squirrel Girl, so that could definitely be the case, but that's a very solid thing. That's a very solid one over here. Now, beyond this, if you already have some of these, Pepper's next up. Kind of want Pepper, all right? Kind of want Lapras. Where's Lapras? Kind of want Lapras, all right? Maybe Drake. Drake's actually very good also. And then beyond that, there's definitely going to be Jackal, which is a PvP character, one of the best and probably the best PvP character there is. That's kind of your list, correct? Other than that, Uni's not the best character. She's used for a niche lifesteal team. Crow is Dog Crab. ANNI got me there. So yeah, I think that's the perfect list. Very easy one actually. Missilis is a very easy category to say, but there's a lot of top tier contenders here, right? You can see we're already kind of missing out on Lapras, Pepper, and again Drake being three very good characters, and Jackal, which is again there. So do it that way. The only character I miss in this category literally is just Jackal. She will not come home. Great, love it, wonderful. Now, Tetra, baby, this is gonna be fun. Okay, Tetra's the category that just gets students every single day. Okay, so first, the best way I can do priority with this one is this. We're gonna say Blanc and Noir are must-gets. You need them now. Alice, are you a new player? Are you planning on really taking this game seriously? You kind of want Alice. Are you just expecting a character that points and shoots and doesn't need a ton of manual and a ton of work? Alice is not your character. Alice will require high investment and a lot. If you're a brand spanking new player, you might not want Alice. You might want to go for other characters. So let's say you chalk off Alice. You have so many other characters in this category to go for. You have Dala, you have Volume, you have Rupee, you have Novel, you have Noise. Again, Alice is a great character, and I would recommend to start investing into her and using her. Get her day one, get her later on, invest into. That's kind of how it works, right? But she is a very powerful character. If you're like already pretty much well into the game and you're like, I don't have Alice yet, you kind of want her. She's a very good character. But new players, I would kind of advise against, just because it will take you a while to build her, use her, and get her to max capacity versus Bunny Girls, who can just get slapped onto any team and, destroy, as in buffers, yeah? But again, Alice is a very powerful character, and whales will live by her and die by her as the best character in the game, literally. Beyond that, Dala is a very good character, but there's also Rupee, so this is going to be a rough one. I will say that Dala is still on top. Dala is one of my favorite characters for how versatile she is. Rupee is there, so again, it's either if you don't want Dala, you already have Dala, just go Rupee, but I will say Dala right now over Rupee at this moment in time. But again, depends on who you have and who you want in that moment in time. Now, beyond that, we got 4 very good characters, almost consider them must-have. Now, you're at a point where you want to B1 Buffered, which is a very good one, crit-based, very strong, very solid, a boss killer with high investment. So this category just loves high investment. It's gotta be the case. Beyond that, you have Noise, a outstanding defense character, also in the kind of mix. Sugar, and also very good character for Gravedigger and other content, very strong also. That's there too. You have Viper, a pretty solid character, definitely lesser on the priority of needing per se, right? Definitely not there in comparison. Then you have Biscuit, a very, very also niche character. Sees some play here and there, but not the most, right? So if you were to say it in my list of priority, it's going to be Volume, Rupee. Those are together. I would say that like that's definitely the slot over here. Beyond that, you want a boss killer. It'll take you some time to invest into. It's going to be novel. Beyond that, you want a train killer, which is, again, if you're a new player looking for train, Sakura's not your character. You're far away from train. But if you need a character to be trained, yeah, Sakura is very good for that. So Sakura's there. You see this list is going to be very kind of hard to do and stacked because there's just so many Tetra characters. So what I would say is you can run with this list and be perfect. Now let's say, again, you already have Blanc, you already have Alice, you don't want more of them right now, right? Now you're not pushing dupes, there's Rupee. Now add that to your list if you would like to. Now there's Novel, add that to your list if you like to. Now you already have those two. There's Sakura, add to that list if you want to. You already have her? Got it. There's Noise, there's Sugar. Already had those two? Alright. Viper, you got her too? Damn it, Biscuit. Beyond that, you have that too? Well, now you just go for dupes, right? Because other characters, again, Exia is not really the best. A few of these other characters aren't really the best. If you were to go dupes, right, you kind of want to dupes for kind of, Alice, kind of Noir. They are very good. You have Blanc and other characters going to be used. You can dupe Parade if you would like to. Beyond that, kind of want to dupe, I think it is the same dupe DPS. Is that what it is? People dupe, I don't know, I've seen that being said recently, but I also go for dupes on, litter, right? You kind of want to, so don't know if that's 100% the truth, but again, Alice with dupes is pretty solid for the attack stat and everything increased. Noir with dupes is pretty solid too. But beyond that, it's going to be a very stacked category, so I really can't give you an easy answer, but I would say that if you don't have these characters, kind of want to list them, and I would say like that's the best way to do it. But again, if you have this and you start kind of wanted to go for characters you don't own, as listed, I already listed them. There is Rupee, there is Novel, there is Sakura, there is, again, Sugar over here, there is Noise. If you want to do priority, let's do that real quick. Rupee, that's the next one right after this list. That is Noise afterwards. I would then say it's Novel, because again, she's a little bit more investment-based, correct? Beyond that, you have Sugar, you have Sakura on the same tier, you have Viper on the same tier, so do what you will with that information. You have Biscuit on the same tier as those ones, but definitely Rupee and Novel and Noise are looking to be the better ones. If you already have those 3, or those, 5. So, with that, very, very rough list here, because again, there's a lot of new characters, but again, I gave you like the best thing for each category. I did. Helm is in a 10 out of 10 Elysion, get her on there. What is it? You already have Diesel for free. But if you want to get more Diesel, go for it. It's actually not bad. Miranda's there, correct? Very good character. You have Guillotine also. You have Mast also. They've seen a lot of play recently because, again, 2B released and whatnot. But again, if you don't have 2B, still, that team is very solid because of Sparkling Silver Niece. You don't got her also. Well, that kind of sucks. Privity does exist. More dupes for her is always welcome. You have Pepper over here. You have Litter. Again, you have the 2 Schoolgirls, which I didn't update this list for because I already have them. But again, Schoolgirls are very, very good also. Senti over here, very good. Maxwell, very 10 out of 10 character for this category. It's wonderful. Tetra, kind of just went over that so it's fresh in your mind. But again, do what you will with this information. Hope it helped. Sorry for the long video here, but wanted to make sure all my points stick. And yeah, pretty simple.